Congratulations, Brahmjot. You are a
Thank you,
Chandigarh
ma'am.
city topper and
Thank you, ma'am.
going to Bangalore with All India rank 67.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you so much. It's all because of like you teachers and everybody. So much support and guidance.
Very, very proud of you.
Thank you,
Is
ma'am. Ma'am, actually, I can't hear you.
hello.
हाँ जी, ma'am. हाँ जी. Yes, ma'am.
So Brahmjot, let take all your juniors through your journey. You're going to rank. You have put Chandigarh on the map of under 100 ranks, and you have made Clat Possible proud by being the Chandigarh topper. So, Brahmjot, let's start with when you decided to do Clat, when you joined Clat Possible. So, when did you decide you wanted to join Clat Possible? When did you decide you wanted to do Clat, go to NLS, go to NLU, start your dream as a lawyer? So, when did this happen?
So, ma'am, if I have to pinpoint it exactly, all of this started after the 10th boards. Like, the results were not out yet, so we had like 2 months of break beach mein. So we were discussing different options, and then I finally decided that I would like to pursue law. Then I started looking at coaching centers and everything, and I started with CP in the last week of August. So yeah, so
Yes, I
I was a
remember
2 year
meeting
student.
you on one of the week us. That time I think you had your hair open, so I remember you were sitting right in the front and with your other batchmates. So that memory is so vivid in my mind, and that's the only like that's a big memory I have of you. Every time I see Brahm, I was like, अच्छा I know. आगे बैठी थी, बाल खुले थे, बीच से मांग निकली हुई थी और pins लगे हुए थे. So Brahmjot, when you started out, what happened? You saw all the sections, you started doing the classes. What was your weak section initially, and then how did you work towards it?
So, ma'am, I was very happy with the class pattern. So the most difficult section I found almost till the end was legal reasoning. It was like I never used to get it. But then, like steadily as I started analyzing, I used to look at the answer key for a long time, reading it again and again. What should have been the correct answer and what I was thinking when I was taking that answer. So, like people find GK and quants difficult or like intimidating, but I found them like the most friendly ones. I was like happy with them. I was like not afraid of them. Legal reasoning, it used to have like a good number of questions and weightage also, and my inaccuracy was quite high in legal. So, but in the end, I kind of got the hang of it. What I was doing wrong and what should have been the right approach. So in the end, I actually got it, but legal reasoning it took a lot of time for me to get it like right. Baki, it was okay. The classes helped. Like if you keep up with the classes, keep revising, you don't have to like put in a lot of hours every day. It just has to be consistent, like something every day, and you have to be like be present in the class and like actually understand what the teacher is trying to tell you. Rest all the resources and everything. You practice so much at CP that by the end of the time you're giving class, it's like just any other mock. You're very comfortable with it. I've already seen so many mocks. I've like been in that situation so many times. It's comparatively easier. Legal reasoning, like it was in the chat paper this year, we have already like practiced those types of passages which came in the exam. So it was easier. But yeah, I struggled with legal the most. But in the end, it was quite good.
Yeah, that is true, Brahmjot. You guys have been regular. In fact, we have city toppers from Lucknow, Delhi, second city topper, Allahabad, and Chandigarh. And all of you have one thing in common, which is that you have always been regular. You have showed up. You have always been active. Doubts, mocks, analysis. And as you said, the Clat paper seemed just like another mock that you have written because of the sheer practice and hours that you have put in. So I want to understand, Maths, for example, you said people fear it, but you have been doing maths, your maths sections have been scoring even in the mocks. How important was it in building up your overall rank? Because many people try to leave maths, and still think they will be able
Hmm.
to do well.
Hmm. So my maths, since the very beginning, I'm like comfortable with numbers. The maths that comes in Clat is kind of like tense basis. You just have to be, like you just have to have the patience that have to carefully multiply these two numbers. The answer will be big. The multiplication will take some time, but in the end you will get the answer. And like the fundamentals that are used in Clat's commands, specifically the topics they are, it's quite similar. You just have to get a few basics right, and then everything follows. Like we had our classes at CP. So the way we discussed, we had already discussed all the possible types of questions that could come from a particular topic, be it percentage, ratios, or average. Because in maths, you just have to be confident with the numbers. That it's nothing, bara. I have done it in 10th. I've done it in ninth. I just have to be a bit patient and practice. And when we and it's maths. The thing I find most reassuring about maths is that if you get the answer right, you know it's right. It's kind of 100% surety.
That's true.
So I used to be confident when I used to get 9 or 8 correct out of 10 questions. I used to feel confident. Okay, I've done at least this, and I know this is correct. I can move on to other things. So people generally leave quants or anything. I used to do it first because I used to find that like reassurance very comforting. At least I had those 8 questions done.
That's true.
Baki, so it used to build up the flow for me.
Yeah.
Okay, this is done. Now let's move on to the next thing.
So, what about the reading sections? English and critical reasoning. Many people struggle with reading also. So, how
Hmm.
did you go about these sections? Because you've been here for 2 years. So, did you add to your reading? Did you start reading more? Did you practice a lot?
So, ma'am, about reading. So, actually, I've been reading like since sixth grade, like novels and everything, classics and everything. What happened when I joined CP was that I started like exploring different genres. Earlier, like before, you're just fixating on one thing that you like. I like these types of books, I'm just reading those. So, even if the vocabulary or the speed is good, you're not like looking into different topics. But like when you're at CP, when you're solving the assignments, the mocks, you get different types of passages. And so like you try and understand the different vocabulary, the different perspectives. And secondly, when we started with the newspaper, the editorials, they were also it enhances both like kind of your general knowledge and your reading also. So when you get topics in the mock similar to the passages that you've already read, it's kind of easier to understand. Like for me, I used to find philosophy ke passages the most difficult. Like
Yes.
ye kya de diya? But like as I practice, I finally got it. Okay, this is how it's done. Uh, Even if it's daunting at first, I think the sheer amount of assignments we have done, it's bound to get easier in the end. The assignments, the mocks, the practice mocks, everything. And then the tricks and the tips the teachers used to give us. When a teacher specifically points out something to you, like this is how it's done, you have a like slightly clearer way to go about it. You don't have to mm, trial and error. You don't have to do trial and error.
That's true.
You know the right path and you can just follow that. So that saves a lot of time instead of like doing things the wrong way and then finding the right one. So if you like kind of just listen to what teacher is saying and just follow that, it would help you a lot. Because you should feel confident in the teacher that the teacher is telling you they know it and they're doing the best for you. So I used to blindly trust the teachers. They know what's right. They're telling me the right thing. I just need to follow it.
That's
So I was
that's
like very
very heartening.
fixated on my resources that I'm not going to go like 4 different ways. I'm just going to follow a single teacher, single set of resources, but do that fully. Because when you try to divorce it, मैं यहाँ से भी कर लूँ, वहाँ से भी कर लूँ, then you kind of get lost in the middle. वो भी नहीं हुआ, ये भी नहीं हुआ, and then you're lost. So instead, find the right group of people who you can trust and just then follow them.
That's very heartening to do, Brahmjot. Then the most dreadful section for everyone, GK. What was your approach for GK? How many hours did you put in? When did you start your GK, start seriously studying your GK?
So, ma'am, GK, I was quite regular with the newspaper. I did like miss, lose track of them a few times, but overall I was quite regular. So you have a basic idea of what is going around. Secondly, the mocks. Every time there was a passage in the mock, I used to like cover that topic. So like the number of mocks you give, the number of topics you will cover. Then I actually seriously started GK when we started having that weekly sessions, the Friday quizzes. It's like we are doing, even if I do 5 topics clearly in a week, I will have something cut out from the list. And secondly, Priyanka ma'am is the best. Like the way she did the GK, the final classes we used to have at night, those were very comprehensive. Like I was assured कि ठीक है, topic is done. I don't have to now go back to others. Secondly, as the magazines used to come, I used to start read them like leisurely. So when you read a magazine like 6 times, 7 times, you automatically learn. You automatically get a grasp of things. You don't have to like उसको रट्टा नहीं मारना पड़ता. And the MCQs, the quizzes, the mocks. Sometimes, like we had those practice mocks, I used to just give GK and quants even if I don't have the time to like give the whole mock. I used to
Right.
give full mocks also, but I knew that if I want to practice GK rather, so I can just give the GK sections.
That's true.
But the GK magazines were very helpful because they were very comprehensive. So even if you missed a newspaper, do then anything, you would be assured that it's covered here. What's
That's true.
important is here, and then you can be at peace.
That's very nice, Brahmjot. So, you have been practicing a lot of mocks. You have used our practice mocks. Did you ever feel that there was any dearth of mocks or material? Because you said that you stuck to one set of teachers, one set of
Hmm.
material, and that is the reason behind your success.
So, ma'am, about the materials, one thing that I really liked about CP in the beginning only was the order or the arrangement of things. Everything is clearly available to you. The analysis, the class assignments, the solutions, the mocks, and everything. They are more than enough. There are like a lot of practice mocks that I did not even give because like there are so many.
Yeah,
ज़्यादा you don't need, I think. Even if you do it now properly, completely, honestly, it's more than enough.
that's
It's like
that's that's true.
nice.
And Brahmjot, you are going to go to college. You will pay your fees probably next week. You still have to go to school. How does it feel going to college or at least getting admitted into college before school is over?
Mom, it's a feeling you can't describe. It's kind of magical. The words that you have been like wanting to listen, that you're going to analyze for like 2 years, you want that thing to happen, and it has finally happened. It's like magical. Like you can't believe it. थोड़ी देर तक, and then it finally hits you. कि हो गया. It's done. It's really amazing, and then you can be at peace. That college is done. Now I just have to sort my 12th. Then you
Yes.
can peacefully just, okay, now just boards are left. I will just like go and finish them now.
But before we give you back to your school, we are going to invite you for Judgment Day. So
Yes,
this time you are coming here not for Super Club, not for mock analysis, just for Judgment Day. So one day we will party and then you can go back to school, top your boards also, get whatever you want from the boards. But definitely you are going to college as soon as your boards are over. Many, many congratulations from Jyoth. Please keep that smile going because we are parting very soon.
yes, mom. Thank you, mom. Thank you so much.
All right. God bless. Good night.
Good night, mom. Thank you.